Gas prices going down. I'm so excited. You know, they've been so high for so long. It's like, what a blessing, right? This is from Newsweek. Gas prices are plummeting under Donald Trump. That's great news. So I love that headline. If you just take the Newsweek headline on its face, gas prices plummeting under Donald Trump. It talks about how the average price for a gallon of gas is below $3 in 34 states. Surely we're one of them, right? 34 out of 50. We got to be one of those states, right? Let's read deeper into the Newsweek article, shall we? The average price of a gallon of regular gas is currently $3.078 across the U.S. This is down from $3.081 a week earlier, $3.16 last month, and $4.36 last year. The highest average cost for a gallon of regular gas was in California at a price of $4.65. Hawaii and Washington were the only other states where the average cost for a gallon were over. So it's not us. Yes, as a matter of fact, not only is gas not going down in Washington state, while in 34 other states they're seeing gas below $3 a gallon, Washington has the unique privilege of seeing our gas prices go up. Why is that? Well, gas prices are going down across the country, plummeting even as Newsweek says. Why are gas prices going up right now in our state? Anyone? Oh, it's the Climate Commitment Act that voters failed to repeal in November. And now, as we all knew, gas is going to continue to go up and up and up because that's what the Climate Commitment Act was designed to do. So our friend Todd Myers, who is one of the only people who has been consistently accurate and honest about what the Climate Commitment Act is doing to gas prices, said this: Washington's CO2 tax jumped by 24% since December, increasing to $50 per metric ton of CO2. So remember, that's the key part of the Climate Commitment Act. They have these carbon offset auctions where polluters have to buy these credits at auction, and the price of those credits, driven by the demand, directly correlates to the increase in gas prices. So the higher the credits go for at auction, in this case up 24%, the higher your gas prices are going to be. Todd Myers says this equates to about 40 cents a gallon of gas and 48 cents for diesel. He said, I would expect Washington's gas prices to increase by about 7 cents per gallon compared to Oregon in the coming weeks. And Todd has always been right. And this is, again, how the Climate Commitment Act was structured. Over time, the longer the CCA is in place, the fewer credits are available at auction. The fewer credits, it's supply and demand, right? The supply goes down, the demand is going to be the same, so the prices go up. As the prices go up at auction, the price of your gasoline goes up. And again, as every year goes by, they're reducing the number of credits that can be bid on at auction. So while the rest of the country, according to Newsweek, is seeing gas prices plummet 34 states below $3 a gallon, ours are going to go up. Todd says probably expect about 7 cents compared to Oregon, which is sort of our indicator, in the coming weeks. So when you see headlines across the country, people showing $2 something something on their gas marquee, how cool is this? We will never see it in Washington state. And we will continue to see higher gas prices because of all the lies that were told about the CCA and the voters who were fooled into keeping it in November when we had a chance to repeal it. And I don't know, maybe there's a point where gas is so high comparatively, where we're consistently outpacing California and Hawaii and Oregon, where people wake up and say, okay, give us another chance at it. Give us another bite at the apple. Let's try to repeal the CCA again because now finally we see through it. But I don't know. And at the same time, so remember how they pitched the CCA and tried to get voters not to repeal it. We're in a climate emergency. We need this to fund critical climate efforts, like the electrification of our ferry fleet. That's what this money's going to, right? The money you pay at the gas pump, what does it go to? Climate projects. Some of them, most of them, have nothing at all to do with reducing carbon emissions, as we learned last month. But then it's, we need to electrify our ferry fleet. We need to swap out all these diesel buses and electrify them. And this is what we're going to do. You have to pay a little more at the pump, but we're going to do these great things for the environment. How's that going? Not very well, because there's been headlines in the last week about all these climate efforts grinding to a halt because they're not working and they're not feasible. Governor Bob Ferguson came out, delayed the hybrid electric ferry conversions because our ferry service is suffering and they're taking too damn long. And there's really no indication that they're actually going to work to the extent that we need and be reliable. So he's like, okay, even I got to say, we got to halt this. We got to get these diesel boats back on because right now our ferry service is suffering. Oh, and then buses? Well, the electric buses are turning out so poorly up in Everett that Everett Transit wants to sell 9 of them. They were built by a now bankrupt company, and they've had reliability issues for years. So they want to get rid of these 9 electric buses and go back to old diesel buses, see if they can get some of those, old reliable. Yeah, so what are we paying into the CCA for again? Because more than half of what they're doing has no direct tangible impact on CO2 emissions. Even the things that do, it's so negligible that it's like within the margin of error for even the most accurate thermometer on the planet when it comes to global warming. That's the difference it would make. And then the things you do with that money, you have to undo because they're not working. And you're just stuck. I mean, it's hundreds of millions of dollars going into the state's coffers at a time when they can't budget, they're in a deficit, they're spending it on absolute utter nonsense, and you have to, at the gas pump, pay out the you-know-what to fund their, not even climate fantasies, to fund their retirements, and to fund their lavish lifestyles, and to fund their 7-figure incomes for the people who voted to pass the CCA and then went and are now profiting off the CCA. That's what you're paying for at the gas pump. Please remember that. You're not paying that additional cost to improve the climate. You're paying that additional cost to make Democrats and their allies richer while you get poorer.